Yeah. Yeah. 23. Hey, you're already here in the chat before everybody else. Woo. Guten Morgen. Morning, everybody. Let's see if that's true. I saw that the chat is being written. Yup. The dude is here early. And so is Logan and Trisovniak. Good morning, peeps. How you guys doing? Let's put on some music and let's start working on the progress. We have a lot of things to do today. We're falling behind the schedule so much that it hurts. And I'm getting anxious a bit because everybody commented how I could improve my trailer. And the wish lists are getting nowhere. And this is kind of making me crumble inside a bit. Because I'm gonna have to go work on something else in that case. No. Okay. Enough with the sad story. Sad sob story. It's time for us to do something epic today. Okay. So, yesterday offline I was still working a bit on these things. So the icon has changed. Now it's question mark when it's a challenge. If you go in, you see this. The music starts. More mysterious one. Music like that. And then you go here. I made a different sound effect a bit. Like that. It's the same one as the trap shooter, but it fits better. And then this comes up. I hit play. The bumper traps are working. And they have a sound, the same as the pop one. See? And the bunny rabbits go here. And the trick is, if you chase the bunny rabbits, that's why I even added bumpers. Okay, that's a bug. They shouldn't fall through. But if you chase them and they get knocked back, it's kind of harder to get them down, you know. But I still have a problem because I'm not sure if we would like to have bunnies. Slaying bunnies feels kind of wrong. Maybe we should have a ghost bunny or something. So it's not so cruel to the animals. If you get what I mean. Yo, Logan. Morning. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Bouncer trap. And now what we have to do is still we have to wire the time. How was your day yesterday, man? Did you work on TTRPG? Exactly. Exactly. We're gonna go with the ghost bunnies or something. And yeah, I actually like the idea of ghost bunnies or challenge bunnies or something like that, because I'm gonna make them flee much sooner. They have to be a bit more reactive than normal bunnies. Let's make them challenge bunny. Challenge bunny. That's it. I have an idea. Challenge bunny. And then I can easily kind of modify their behavior a bit. Okay, this is unique now. But I have to make unique all of these things recursively. Like that. And that. Flee action. And I'm gonna twist the parameters here a bit. Okay. And this one as well. And ooh, I even have mate logic in here. Yeah. I'm gonna remove the mate one from this thingy here. That'd be too OP if they would start mating, you know. So, Logan says, well, I can't really work on it without... Oh, shit. But I did get some online stuff off my phone in regards to making the character sheet easier to read. That's good. Uh-huh, so you had to schedule it for repairs. Ooh, hour away drive. That's a bummer, man. But okay, you got this, buddy. You got this, they'll fix it. I'm sure. And then you'll put Linux on it. Trash talking a bit again. Okay, I have to look up the word prevalent. Is driving prevalent? Uh-huh. Well, I mean, I have to drive to the town, but town is like 2.5 kilometers away. That's about 1.5 miles, something like that. You know, driving because we're lazy, not because we couldn't get there. And the nearest shopping center, I'd say it's about 15 minutes walk. Yeah. But can you imagine, I don't think we have any computer stores like that. I mean, we have a technology shop where you can buy pre-made computers and so on. And maybe one shop where they fix stuff, 2, 3, something like that. Yeah. That's just it. Okay, patrol in circle radius. I have to make them be more insane, so they shouldn't rest from 1 to 3 seconds, because that kinda sucks. These challenge bunnies are steroid bunnies, so they're gonna be moving almost all the time. 0.5 and 1 second. That's their patrol radius in tiles. And I'm gonna say that, yeah, 15 is okay for now. Consideration, need consideration. You know what? They can actually patrol whenever they want. We could do that. Charge in direction. Enemy away from enemy. When do I charge in the direction? Where is when it's detecting attack consideration? I could make them dodgy. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna remove the health consideration, and they're gonna try to dodge your attacks because they're nasty. I can't walk anywhere. Closest restaurant is maybe 10 minutes drive. Also, the bounce trap is great touch. Thanks, dude. But you usually cook home? Do you do that? Or are you guys accustomed to eat out? We're more or less home cooks. Flee action, flee, okay, this one is okay. Rest action. Why do I have rest here? You know what? These bunnies don't rest. And idle is just a fallback. Now, patrol in circle radius. 0.15. That's okay, that's okay. I'm gonna save them. And one thing we have to do is we have to kind of recolor it. Bunny... Texture, mini bunny, something. Mini bunny. Here we go. It's a bunny wabbit. Mini challenge bunny, we're gonna say. Mini challenge bunny. Okay. Let's see if this got here. I can open it and the units themselves. Mini bunny. Mini challenge bunny. There you go. Now, you should be more like a ghost. Huh. Should I make you a semi-transparent or something like that? Huh. We cook almost every day, although eating out regularly is very common for people here. Yeah. I believe it. You guys have... again, there's this myth. No, I'm not sure if it's a myth. You can confirm it. You're an American. Is it true that you guys have a lot of sugar in your bread? Semi-transparent and maybe blue. Exactly, that's what I agree on. you know, do you remember that night stream that we had? And I asked you all crazy, typical questions? How you guys roll and so on? So tell me. Oh, wishlist today, Lens of Fury. Oh, I have to pin this message. Thanks, 23. Sugar in everything. Ah. I will go count this sugar 1 second. I pinned it. Thanks very much. Now, we're gonna make... Thanks very much. Oh! I unmuted myself now. That was creepy. There's nothing more scary than hearing your own voice. At least from my perspective. Okay, we go here. And we can kind of reduce the opacity of this, so he's gonna be more like bluish. Bluey? Maybe his outline could be only ghosty, you know. That would already make a significant difference, I believe, you know. A bunny with a ghost outline. And maybe we could just swap these as well, a little bit, tiny bit. Let's see what we can do. If I had a blue one like that, can we go this way around like that? What about this one? Oh, magical. Guys, magic bunnies. Siege Lord. You can get bread without unnecessary sugar if you want. 1 gram fiber, sugar, 3 grams added. Wow. Hello, Magic Bunny, can he sparkle? Let's try doing something with sparkling thing. Kinda not sure. Maybe we would have to add some kind of particles to it to make him sparkle. Or make his trail a bit different. That could be a possibility. Let's see, mini challenge bunny. Mini challenge bunny. Here we go. Challenge bunny. Like this. And now we gotta take a look at where do we have the texture. It's here. Good one. It's basically a copy, and then we can say in what is it called? If we go back to reality, up there goes gravity. Let's go to... I had this thing somewhere in the level, right? Regarding the challenges. Or no, actually I have challenge config now. We became a bit more organized. Challenge resource? Something like that. Come on. Config. Tres. Challenges config. Plural. Here we change the ID. Challenge bunny. Challenge bunny. You know, a game is a little tribute to my son, so I don't want him running around murdering bunnies just for fun. The overworld bunnies are okay, you know, you're gonna get kind of food from them, but so on. But for hobby, that's a no-go. I never ask, what's up with the angels over the NPCs that pop up in the editor? That's actually the default sprite. I have like tons of units. If you take a look at this, the same scene is being used for the main character and for the character that spawned. And this is just the spawned character's version. That's a mini angel something, a default that I had for a preview always. And I changed this sprite sheet here. Okay, I'm just gonna reduce the music a bit here. Okay. So that's why there are angels here. Okay, if we go in now, we try getting stuff. The sound effect is much better. Popping sound. Boom, 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 boom. You guys agree? Okay, I press it. This pops up. Are we gonna get magic bunnies? Hello, that looks wrong. What the hell? Houston, we have a problem. It's one on the dice worse or a 6. 6. Here you go. Worse it is. Magic worms, exactly. Why aren't they animating? Something is really... Oh, look at that. Only 9,755 bucks. Animation. Oh, whoa. I get you. I have a problem now. Because I duplicated that thing, I would have to duplicate also the animations. Because I have mini bunny animation, then I have to have mini challenge bunny. Basically, it traverses the directory based on texture name. And I also generate the animations from the A-sprite itself. A lot of times. Most of the times. And I run the generator. Now, if we try it. Okay, you know what? If we're gonna be testing them, going to the dial, testing them 3 times, that's kind of waste of time. If I go here and kind of look for the spawner. Where's the spawner? Here it is. Skeleton Archer. Well, challenge bunny. That's for a quick test. Amount 1, max active entities 1. Let's see what's gonna happen. Is something gonna happen, or did I do something weird? We never know. Here, let's see. Magic worms. Yeah, well, magic worms. Not too many. That's not that many. And they are bugs. Yeah. Memory leaks suck. Oh, it's a bunny. Oh, ah, no. How could you? Did you see that snipe shot? I guess they're gonna work now. You know, because these are the deities. And they're animal deities. That's why they shouldn't be torturing real stuff. But again, I think they look kind of cool. They look magical, huh? Their color. Bro got sniped. Okay. They multiply. What the hell? Aha! I threw a 5. So 5 gives us how many bunnies? Challenges, right? Of course. Difficulty 5 gives us 25 bunnies. Well, that's something. Oh man. That's a cruel one. Aha. Whew. Like a cursed bunny or something like that, huh? But I get they're moving right? Look at that. These bouncers act like really cool. They kind of add to the challenge, I believe. Yo, Fabi! Morning! Exactly, multiplying like real bunnies. I had somewhere even logic for their multiplication. Ugh. Language. Breaking me. They bring out the chaos. Okay, but first. One thing we can do, the bumper trap. It kind of lets the bunnies through, huh? If I take a look at the challenge room, something like that. Here we have them. Those little things. They run right through here, somehow. And there's a possibility, either I add more bumpers in the corners, but that makes everything look kinda caca, I'd say. Or I simplify it a bit more. Huh. Instead of drawing... Huh. Oh, that complicates things again. The complication would happen because in other challenges you might want to have the ability to fall down. Then... Yes, Logan, I still have to implement the timer. I'll do it. Now either I put another bumper trap here or in the air. Would that look so bad? For example, the easiest fix for this would be something like this. I believe. Oh, Fabi. Perks of having kids. I know how it is. Told him bazillion times, do not touch the power button. Do not touch the power button, and yeah. It took him a while. Yo. You know how it is. There was one meme, one video. That there was like a father, Chinese, Asian father or something like that. Somebody like that, not something. And the kid went and pressed the power button while he was playing League or something like that. And yeah, he acted very well. He just petted his head. Is petting the right word? Probably. And that was it. But I could see him going other way around, you know. Like raging. Dota always. Yeah, oh. I'm kind of... You know how with... this was like my... Bad times. Love the game. Loved how it... hated how it shaped me. I was thinking to myself, yeah, how are they gonna make money free to pay and so on? Well, in the end I ended spending around 300 euros for the cosmetics and so on. You know, back in the day, when the league was popular. Yeah, I calculated everything, and then I saw that this is breaking me, it's killing me. And I know it's illegal, but I sold my account. Yep. I sold it. Okay, can they escape now? Because there's one trick that we could pull off. You know what? I think I'm gonna like this one. We can make these outside invisible, so they never run away. So we're gonna enable only these one on the inside. This one got stuck. Look at that. Oh my god. Bunnies. Okay, we're gonna place some solids here, and when there's a bumper challenge we're gonna make it like really, really solid around here as well. So we're not gonna be triggering false state and so on. Yup. You did the same to Dota. Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. The game is so cool. Everything is so cool. Especially with League. Didn't see myself getting into it so hard. But you know, when something is like a drug, oh man. Better to avoid it. And then when I stopped playing, I even saw that they started selling chroma packs or something like that. So it's not the whole new skin you get, but the colors you change, basically the shader changes, you know. They monetized it well, but again, I really loved that the fact that it was free. But sometimes you were just too dependent on the RNG who you got in the lobby. And this was, oh my god, the toxicity that it drew out of me. I'm not the most proud person about that. That's for sure. Okay, let's create an obstacle. We're gonna create an obstacle. We're gonna call this one invisible wall or something like that. Change its type. Invisible block. And this is gonna be a static body. Invisible solid block. And we're gonna use these things. And we're gonna add like a collision shape 2D. Here, and the shape is gonna be, for now, let's keep it rectangular. 16 by 16, let's make it 70 by 17, so it's a bit bigger. Yeah, let's do it. Or 20 by 20. 18. Yeah, let's make it like that, and then I have to say collision has to be for the unit layer. Like this. And we're gonna call it invisible solid block, that's okay. And in here, when we have challenge room, challenge level room, sequence challenge room. Oh, Simon, good morning. Mobos Rage Fiesta. Exactly. We should just probably forget those numbers or commas. Then Logan says, I bought one skin in Fortnite back in its first or second year, and I think that's the only cosmetic I've bought. You're very well disciplined, man. Very, very well disciplined. What's with Fortnite, guys? I know that it was making billions, right? To Epic. Epic could then pull off all sorts of mumbo-jumbo stuff. Let's add invisible blocks now. Parent, no 2D. They could finance and make Unreal Engine a bit more accessible to everybody because of it. That's one cool thing. But still, I heard that... Wasn't there a news that Disney wants to buy Epic? I heard something like that. Now, that kind of could mean trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Okay. And now we make this thingy here. So I think that the bunnies won't be able to get out. And we're gonna toggle this one only on when the bunny challenge appears. I'm deliberately making it a bit wider. Yeah. To be sure to cover all the gaps. There we go. Actually, this one is too much. 17. Get back. Get back. Here we go. I could be using tile map, but then again, updating tile map and so on kind of feels, I don't know, too much work in the code. For now, at least. That could be one way. But if I have a static body, this shouldn't be so performance heavy. Especially if we unload every other chunk and we have only this arena room. Don't need to complicate it when we don't have to. At least not now. Then we go here. So I'm gonna take a look at the chat. Let me just finish this. I'm so happy you guys talking. Really, really happy. Here we go, a bit higher. Tiny bit more. One more left. Is that it? And this one seems like too much. 12. Now it looks symmetrical. Okay, first let's test it before we implement the further logic. But since we have this already, I could kind of change the shape. Also make it bigger in the parent scene. Let's try, for example, with collision block. Let's go with 2020 by default and see what happens here. Challenge. Here we go. It's bigger. Okay, bigger, better, stronger. Alright, let me see. What did you guys write? Morning, the amount of hardware I broke during those times, but have to admit it was fun. Dude, I have a friend. He was actually your schoolmate. We called him Lucy. That dude bought himself a keyboard that was made completely out of the rubber. You know, the keyboard that they have on the construction sites. And he played Call of Duty 2 on that thing. Because he was smashing his keyboard always when he was raging. I couldn't believe that. Touching that thing was like caca, you know. When you have rubbery keys and you press down, it was just like, what the hell, man. But I guess it survived his rages, you know. It was funny to see that. I hopped off as soon as the squeakers became normal. What the hell is a squeaker? Squeaker? Then Logan says, I'm pissed at Epic for what happened to Infinity Blade. You showed me the Infinity Blade. That was that mobile game. It looked cool. 23, I'm going pretty much bet that Disney is going to stop the rotation of the skins, at least. As Epic has been doing this. If Disney does that, they are going to make bank. Exactly. Tile map is an overkill for this. Agree. Cheers from Yak. I'm here to learn about one day. To be you one day. Talking helps. Oh! That's great, 23. Okay. I'm gonna shut up. Hate it when I make you happy. My job is to make you miserable. That's the brotherly love you can get, you know. Oh! Philip the Size Queen. What are you guys doing again? Aha, squeaker is a small child. Oh my god, there's a word for it. Jesus Christ, guys. Internet is cruel. Squeaker is a child. I didn't know that. I was living under the rock, I guess. Whew. Man. Boys be on fire. Okay, couple of lines of code. Let's continue. Let's see. We have challenge room. Challenge room. And here we have to get the reference invisible blocks then. Invisible blocks. We have something parent. Reward statues parent. I have more parents. No. Challenge level room. That's okay. Private node 2D. Then we have to rename it invisible blocks parents. Like that. Let's see where we mess with this dude here. Okay. Get node. Node 2D. Like this. And we're gonna rename the node inside the code as well. I mean inside the editor. If we already use the parent word for everything. And then we have to make a function that's gonna iterate over everything here. Like private void. You know what? If we have already this, then we can also store a list. So we're not gonna be fetching it every time. And here we could say private list. And this is gonna be list invisible block something. I don't have a class for this yet, huh? LB. Let's get into here. Invisible solid block. Let's create a new class, call it scripts. That's a good one. And the thing that we have to do here, basically nothing in particular. Collision shape. I don't think if we have to even toggle the collision shape or do anything with it. I think that interacting on the parent would be enough, so maybe this class was unnecessary, but we'll see. Invisible solid block. Let's call that invisible solid block. Solid blocks. Let's make a new list, so it's gonna be initialized at least. And then we're gonna go a bit forward. Let's see, where do we get the reward statues? What do I do here? I fetch you guys here, and I have to do the same thing for this thing, but only... Why is there equals to that? Who did that? What kind of idiot put that there? But it's okay. Then we have invisible blocks parent. And we do the same thing like there. Children of type invisible solid block to list. Like that. So that's okay. Then if we go forward, I have to make a function that disables all of these things. Let's call it first, enable invisible blocks. Like that. Private void disable. I'm writing two functions. I could pass in a parameter, but yeah, why am I writing two functions? Set invisible blocks. Solidity? Is that a word? Oh, please don't look up size queen if you aren't familiar. What is a size queen? What the hell is that? Oh man. Okay. It's the sound you hear a lobby and it makes you hurl, not throw your headphones into the nearest wood chipper. So wood chipper is the same thing? Oh no, wood chipper. Okay. Oh shit. No, guys. Simon says every day he sees more people here. It's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, I'm happy about it. It's such a motivational boost, guys, that this is... I can't phrase it enough with words, you know. And I know that last month when I started, Logan was... A couple of streams I was alone, and then Logan started joining in. And that already lifted the spirit like a lot. Then Simon and so on. So I appreciate it, guys. Everybody. 23, Fabi, Fabi was here, I mean, like 7-8 years ago. He was following the development of Reynard on that. That was also fun back in the day. When me and Bustian, both of us, streamed at the same time. It was funny. Okay. You can replace your headphones. You can't replace the save files in your head. Shit. Hard reset. Bass Phillips strikes again. Exactly. I had to look it up. Can't do anything about it, you know. I just had to. You guys tricked me. And let's say state. And then we're gonna have like if statement, if state, and else. Well, I don't know what. I'm a return guy rather. But then what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, no, you know what? First we're gonna have to iterate over every invisible block. Invisible solid blocks. Like that. Let's call it block. Fabi says 2018. Oh, yeah. I thought it was like 3-4 years. Me too, man. Me too. Channel members, I don't know, man. I'm still far away from being able to become a partner, but thanks, dude, that you're even considering it. Let's just see how I can now make this dude not interactable. What is that? Is enabled? Enabled? No. Disabled? Huh, yesterday I was doing something with the bumpers. Bumper trap. Yeah, this is the whole logic I had to do. Ooh. Okay. Disabled. So this comes with I have to set the physics process. Okay. So if state is this, then this, or else this. But you know what? Instead of return, we can have continue. But what we have to do is we have to set the block. Set physics process to false, or state, of course. And then monitoring, we are not monitoring anything, so nothing wrong here. But the shape. Invisible solid block needs then the shape itself. So if we go here and make collision shape 2D and collision shape 2D, let's override ready. It would be cool if I would have some kind of a snippet for that. Public override void ready. Okay. Collision shape 2D equals to get collision shape get node. Oh my god. Collision shape shape. Collision shape, and then we go here. Try to disable it. Like, come on, be accessed under the unique name. Collision shape 2D. Here we go. We got it now. Now we only have to make it public, so the reference is already being made once it is inside the scene. So this is okay. But what we got to do here now is we have to say block collision shape set deferred, because otherwise it's gonna bitch about the physics. Disabled. And if it's true, I have to say, wait a minute. I have to reverse set it. Yeah, because disabled is a negative. So that one is kind of weird. Wait a minute. Why do I have if statement here? I'm enabling it or disabling it. Oh my god. I think this is okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Damn past Philip, exactly. Hit all the criteria. Aha. I have to look it up, man. I'll look it up. You see how hard for me it is to set up everything properly? Like, for example, I know that it would be good if I would have like the pop-up if somebody follows and so on. But man, I just really didn't find the time because there are so many tasks around it. I mean, I'm always thinking to myself, okay, I have to record that, I have to code this, I have to do that and so on. I'm gonna have to dedicate one day and then I'm gonna be doing some cleanup and improvements on the stream. So, sorry about that, guys. You get the vanilla experience now. Only the microphone, the screen, the chat, and that's it. Yeah, you're right, man. I have to do it. I'll figure it out. Hope that we're gonna have enough funding for this to continue. For the other project and to release it properly to the full state, you know. I mean, the full state is gonna come definitely. I can say that, but it would be cool if another project could be started also from the beginning like that. Basically what I would do is I would take the core of this game, start castrating everything, you know, the things that we don't need, and try to make something new. It's alright, easier to keep up the parasocial relationship like this. Uh-huh. Oh, exactly, right? Here we go. Well, you know, when you start cutting off the things that you don't need, how should I say? Clean up. I imagine with a cleanup something more beautiful, you know. But butchering your own code kind of feels it, you know how it is. Sometimes it's satisfying, sometimes you feel like you're murdering your child or something like that. Yeah. Let's go to set invisible blocks. And in here, when we do the preparation for the challenge, hopefully one day we're gonna make a new project with the code base. There's gonna be a lot of cleaning up, so yeah. I'm gonna try to avoid that word. But now, when we come here and we take a look at this thingy here, hide and disable interactables, that's okay. That's not related to that. We have spawn selected reward, also okay. Prepare area for the challenge. So that's the basic thing here. But then the pressure plate gets pressed. And then the pressure plate, when we press it, we start doing stuff here. When do I enable the bumpers? That's the code where we should toggling that. Start hunt challenge. Okay. Now we have a simple function. Set them to true. That's it. In the beginning we set them to false probably. Like this, false. But then when we start the challenge we have to set it to true. Here we go. And now let's see what's going on. Now, if the gods of development like us, the bunny shouldn't escape. Ghost bunnies, ghost bunnies. So Logan, you were recommending that there has to be a bunny that you kind of avoid. You know, that's actually a nasty thing, a good thing. I'm gonna consider it. But first we're gonna wrap it like in the normal way, the easiest way. We can always improve on it a bit later. Okay, I can fall through, so that's okay. Now let's start the bunny challenge. Okay, I press the plate. Boom, it's on. Come on, bunnies. Whoa! That shot him all across the room. Okay, let's leave the multiply. Now let's crank up the flee speed or something. Okay, I kinda don't see them escaping. If I go closer. You see that invisible hack was working okay, I'd say. They stay here. Whoa! Actually, this is quite hard when they flee. They even have a dodge ability, you know that? When they detect attack, they start to glow yellow and they flee. Okay, that one that fell through is okay. Okay, this one disappeared. What the hell? I thought that one disappeared. Once they die, they kind of lose collision. So that's a completely normal phenomena. Because they stop wasting the physics. You know. Wow, that one got shot away. Okay, now I'm not sure why did it consider the whole thing to be completed. That's a weird thing. How do you like the music in here? I think it's mysterious and good, huh? Kung Fury is one of my favorite movies of all time. Hackerman. Yeah, I mean for different mobs definitely, but for example for the sequence challenge that we have, I think it's just an unnecessary strain on the eyes, you know. And yeah, we have to still implement the Kung Fury. Is that... No, that one was Kung Fu Hustle, I believe. The one that I think about. Kung Fury is different. I didn't see that one yet. Aha, so this is from where the Hackerman meme originates. That's a cool one. This one, dude. I'm not sure if you guys know this one. I was thinking about this movie first. It's legendary. I'm not sure if this is Korean or something like that, but I watched it and I laughed so hard. Kung Fu Pao. Oh, those kung fu movies. Didn't watch a lot of them. Probably one of the last one that I watched that was intentional, I think it was Ip Man. But that one wasn't comedy. Yeah. Ip Man was also interesting, I'd say. It's a good series, I agree. Not sure if I watched every one of them. And also Jet Li, man. Jet Li, oh, one of the best fighting movies that I really adore. Guys, if you didn't see this one, I could consider it old but gold. Danny the Dog. This movie was just epic. It is epic. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but Danny the Dog, whew, man oh man. Really highly recommended. Okay. Back to the challenge. So the bunnies are spawning. I have one issues with the challenge bunny. And it is somewhere here. I think they're multiplying. No, they're not multiplying. Then why did we have many more bunnies? We're gonna have to debug something. Something is weird. Okay. Reward statue 143. Spawn selected reward. Okay, let's see what's going on with this one as well. Spawn selected reward. Okay. Spawn item has issues. I should call deferred. Spawn item. I think we could go with this way. And then we have the same parameters as we have here. Like that. Come on. Huh. Cannot implicitly convert Godot variant to dropped item. Okay. No shit. I have to... Sorry about swearing, but I have to kind of spawn it and get back its reference. Because if I set it as deferred, I don't get the spawned reward item reference, and this kind of sucks. Because the tween then doesn't happen as well. Yeah, we'll fix this one a bit later. It's a tougher cookie for now. But if we go and take a look at the hunt state, hunt something state, hunt challenge hunt state, we go here and we take a look at on unit die. I just gotta take a look at all of these things that go on here, because the counter kind of seems off. When I spawn the thing, I add the instance to the hash set, so when something dies, I take a look if the ID of that unit is already stored in here. And if it is, I do the increments, decrements, and so on. So I increase the units killed. And if units killed equals to required units killed, I put it into the win state. So that's okay. But what do I do here in the spawn unit? I have hunt challenge resource, number of units, that's okay. And then I start spawning them. This code seems to be okay, but I kind of have a feeling that we had multiple bunnies in there. Bunnies remained while the win state was triggered already. So that's not okay. Okay, but let's take a look if we call change state anywhere else. We don't. Yeah, I was looking at that a bit earlier, but I don't have mate action in here. So they shouldn't be mating. If I take a look at the code, I think that mating comes only from the AI action. I have start mate cooldown and so on. But, spawn offspring. Now this is completely coming from this action itself. So, we'll see that. But the next thing that we have to do is we kind of have to trigger the timer. And let's see, I have seconds specified somewhere here in this scene. I think we have challenges, resource. Let's see, challenges. Hey, Mystic Serpent, how's it going? Here we have number of units, time to complete. This is the thing that we're gonna trigger on the countdown. But in the room itself, actually, you know what? I think that observe something sequence updated the UI, right? Update progress. Okay. This update progress has to be also implemented in the hunt state. But the difference is going to be that this is having hunt challenge FSM, and we're going to be dividing this with some kills, units killed, something like that. And I think the next one is hunt challenge FSM. And here we have some kind of resource where we have this set. Ah, it's room, right? Challenge room. And hunt resource. And there has to be a number here. I know that I have it stored here. Num of units. Okay. So we're kind of aiming for that one. On challenge, num of units. Like this. So this is updating the progress, how the percentage sign, but we need the update for the time that we have left. So the timer has to be triggered somewhere. Woke up a moment ago. You guys are gonna trade? We be vibing. Simon trolling as always. Can't argue with that. Trying to find a different playlist for the background. Okay. Maybe this could work. Or no. We'll see. Let's give it a minute or two. There we go. And now, if we have this, the timer should trigger here. But the state itself, it doesn't have a separate timer. The finite state machine has a timer, which we can use for triggering stuff. And if I take a look at FSM, do I have it in the core? Parent class? I don't think so. What about challenge FSM. So that's a child class. Here we have a timer. Okay. Okay. And where do I use this timer? I use it only here in the beginning. I started already no matter what. So we're gonna subscribe to it. This is basically giving us a tick every second. So in subscribe to events, we're gonna say challenge FSM. This is this finite state machine timer plus on timer update. Like this, and we have to unsub when we leave the state. And now we have to implement it. So we're gonna put this down here somewhere. And it's a void, of course. Let's make it a function like that. And here we're gonna call update progress. But we're gonna have to count something. Wait a minute. Let's call it float time in this state equals to 0f. So every time we're gonna start it. Basically, the minigames are not repeatable, but still I want to set it on the state enter on 0, just in case. Also, I could be setting these things to 0 as well on the state enter the first time. Actually, I do it already. I set it correctly there. Okay. Then what we do on timer update. What am I doing? Timeout. There we go. Like this. And then we say we're gonna take the wait time. Time in this state plus equals to hunt challenge FSM timer wait time. Now tell me you are double, right? Of course you're double. You're not a float. Double the trouble. Okay, we got it like that. We're updating it here. And when we're updating progress, we should be reducing the time. Let's do it like that. 0f. But here we have to set it. Remaining time equals to, then we say challenge level room, hunt something, time to complete. There we go. This one, and we're gonna be reducing this one here. So where are you? You're here. Minus equals. Like that. And what we pass in now is the remaining time. We could kind of make it like an integer. Am I passing an integer here? Let me just see. In the events controller, I have challenge progress update. Yeah, I'm passing an int. Okay, then we have to do a conversion. And that's it. But there also has to be a check. If this one's gonna go to lose state, definitely. Yeah, lose state, because we go to win, and this one is required only for lose. So if remaining time equals to less or equals 0, you go to lose. Like that. Well, looks good to me for now. We can try test it out. Probably I forgot a couple of things, but that's a completely normal phenomenon. Where's the screamo music? Screamo music. Don't have it, man. I listened to it yesterday, you know. But I know that they're gonna mute me. They want to silence me. Look at this one, man. You're spying on me, Logan? I swear I didn't stream this one, but I was listening to Writing on the Walls from good old screamo band On the Road. And man, they feel much more manly now that they're older. Just a second. Writing on the Wall, I think it was some kind of a tree on the road. They're gonna mute me, right? For this. I'm sure they're gonna. Am I gonna get penalized for this? Probably. Still have to do, dude. Still have to do. Have to check them out. Okay. But I gotta stop because, you know, Twitch is very punishing. Relaxing Celtic fantasy music, guys. That's all you get for now, something generic. Do you hear the music loudly enough? Ska? Yeah, Real Big Fish, something like that. I know back in the day of Emu, instead of downloading MP3 files, I was downloading a lot of videos. And Real Big Fish had a great cover of Take On Me. There we go. Let's see, bunnies, this is 60 now. 39, 80, ooh! Ooh! God damn, sorry. Well, this is quite hard. Which difficulty is that? And then you run out of energy and... Come on, 80 seconds, I'm at 53%. I'm aiming like a drunk man. Come on. Bunny rabbits! I'm gonna lose. I got penalized. Bunnies remained. So you can get your vengeance if you're still angry at them. I'm gonna leave it. Even though you lose the challenge, we're gonna leave them. So you can rage. Unleash the fury. Exactly, exactly. Because I think this was a harder challenge. This is stage 3, you know. In the earlier levels you're gonna have more 1s and 2s, so it's gonna be a bit more easier. Oh, by the way, guys, do you know from where the Fury love comes from? Unleash the Fury and so on? I have a function named like that. Did you guys ever see this video? I have to show it again.
Unleash the fury! You're about to experience firsthand exactly what it means to be in the lower region of nature's food chain. Mitch is going to bite into you. He's going to squeeze.
Unleash the Fury, guys.
Start digesting you while you're still alive. Don't be scared.
Tom Green, he was a character, guys. I mean, I would be lying if I wouldn't admit that Freddy Got Fingered left a deep impression on me when I was a teenager and road trip and so on.
Unleash the fury, Mitch.
Unleash the Fury.
Unleash the fury.
But guys, you know, I think that bunnies, they don't deserve to get slaughtered because it's not in the lore. We should make white rats or white mice, you know, to keep it like in a canon, in the lore. Unleash the fury, exactly. Maybe we're gonna do that. Oh, I still have to fix this one. You know, when you come and then the white mice would spawn, and I would display a notification, unleash the fury, when you start the mice challenge. Oh, bunny rabbit. Oh, this one is easier. Hey! It triggered success. Huh. That wasn't good. It triggered success too soon. Yeah. Guys, 3 minutes. Grandpa Bladder is on the run. Be right back. Macking on my way past midnight snack, and then I'm off to bed like I said I would be an hour ago. Dude, you're a Terminator. You stay up so long always. By the way, do you guys drink coffee? What is your guys' favorite poison? I liked energy drinks back in the day, kind of stopped. Tons of coffee, I know, Simon, I know for you. Yeah, you're a coffee guy. I had love-hate relationship with it, but it always just gets the best of me, guys. That's just how it is. I always come back to it. Devil's lettuce. Let me see that. What is that? Okay. The jazz cabbage. Okay. You're enlightening me. I get it now. USA is kind of getting more liberal on the cigarettes and, how should I say, not cigarettes, on the funky stuff, isn't it? Also hallucinogens, something like that. 10 viewers, man, wow. That's like amount for starting a cult, you know. Yo, those documentaries, guys. I love viewing them. Watching them, not viewing them. That's weird. I know that some time ago Netflix like had a thing for that, for the cult documentaries. It was quite cool. Interesting. Some Mormons, I know that I watched that. Then I watched the Waco, or what was it? Interesting stuff. Like really interesting stuff. Let's see, win condition comes too fast. If we have update progress here, and then we change the state to not units killed to required units killed. Huh. It's messing me somewhere. One guy heard jazz cabbage and left. Sorry about it. No worries, man. No worries. I just didn't know that so many terms for this exist. I'm trying to look. Huh. You're mixing units to spawn with units successfully tracked. But your actual tracked units depend on this. Unit... Yeah. So required unit kills assumes I will successfully spawn and track all units. That assumption can break. Why? Huh. Units die before being tracked. That's not happening. You count against static target instead of actual spawned units. Well, what the hell is it saying? I have units killed here. This is being incremented. Unit instances contains instance ID. I always add stuff to here. I'm rubber ducking myself a bit. If I spawn the unit, I add it. I add its instance to the hash set. And then when the unit dies, I get its instance, the instance, I mean the ID of the unit that died. I check it if that's actually the unit that we were tracking. in the hash set, and I increment units killed up. And then I check if units killed equals to required unit kills. And required unit kills is always taken from the hunt challenge resource. I have it here. I said it in the beginning. Then why the hell isn't it counting it correctly? Because why does it keep on spawning them? Wait a minute, maybe I have a spawn issue. So... no, this is a normal unit. I mean, number of units I wish to spawn. I start spawning them with a certain delay. Delay between spawns. That's like a second or 2 seconds. I take a free spot and I spawn them at the correct free spot. You know what? I'm gonna just track it a bit here on unit dial what happens. Or on timer update. Because this one should stop spawning. Huh. You should compare against actual spawned plus tracked units. Well, I do it. I set this one here. What do I do here? Okay. Required unit kills. This one is here. I'm referencing too much of this. So I'm using the same variable. I just initialize it here like that. Okay. That's kind of okay. Then let's press F5 and start taking a look what's going on here, actually. Yeah. Come on, start it. It happened 2 times that the challenge kind of completed and the bunnies were still running around. The challenge can complete, but you must lose if the challenge prematurely ends. Prematurely. Wow. Heavy words. Okay. We spawn it. 60. This initialization should come sooner. Okay. You required unit kills is 10. And unit kills is 1. Okay. I'm gonna set the breakpoint here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how many bunnies we get. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in total. Okay. I don't see any bunnies spawning anymore. So that's okay. I failed. That's okay. But why is it 90%? It's not 90%. Let's try again. Weird thing. Wacky tobacco, sticky ick. Okay. So we have 5. Okay, this one is challenging. What does 5 mean? It means that we're gonna spawn 25 bunnies and we have 40 seconds time to complete, and the delay between spawns is 1.25 seconds. Well, that's not nice. Here they come. My god, this is like really difficult in the early. Yo, I've completely forgot what are we gonna do if we have a companion. Companion's gonna help us kill the bunnies anyway. So that's a cool thing. Maybe this will also affect on which companion the player is gonna choose, you know. You would like to have AoE dealer or Bryn or somebody like that wipes out the bunnies quickly. That one was too hard. Come on, easy. Okay, we have number 1. So this challenge should be quite easy. What are we looking for? We're looking for 10 bunnies, 30 seconds. That's 3 seconds per bunny. Can we do it? Come on, bunnies. I guess the counter is going up too fast, or? Look at that. How come? What if? What if I do... How can one unit die multiple times? I had the same feeling, but no, the on-unit die should trigger... If we take a look at the event, it's somewhere here. Unit died, but let's try to look where we actually emit this thing. And the thing is emitted around here in the health system. If unit AI is, we emit this thing here, and not anywhere else. Or do we? No. See? This should emit only here. And it triggers only if current health is less or... Oh my god, you know what? This could trigger multiple times if, for example, we shoot the bunny out of the bounds. Out of the boundaries. We killed it, but then he falls into the pit and that deals another damage to him. More damage. Because I'm not sure if I early return if we are below 0. I don't. So they're getting double killed. And one of the easier ways we could fix this is actually here. If it contains instance ID, we increase the unit killed amount and we remove it. And then the second time it's being called, it's not gonna contain it anymore. Makes sense, right? Let's try it again. And let's hope for an easy challenge now. I think this was the bad thing. Yeah. Now the question remains, should I try fixing that you can't double kill the thing? I probably should. Somehow. But let's see. Then we're gonna have today already 2 challenges, and we're gonna go with the easier ones, like mowing the lawn and defeating the mushrooms. Okay. Level 3 challenge. My god, this one is hard, huh? Okay, this is quite good if they don't run away, but the problem gets when you are low on energy, you start missing everything. Oh, come on. But you have to remember, you're gonna have like tons of skills, so this should be easy peasy. If you have some kind of an AOE skill and a companion with you, it's gonna have to be tested in a real case. Come on! Freaking bunnies. Freaking bunnies. Challenge level 4? With what did I deserve this? Oh, and 75% damage. Yeah, it kind of looked like it worked, right? Oh, you know what could be cool here? If I'd had a fireball, maybe I could burn the bunnies. Come on. I have no chance, guys. This is bloody. This is difficult. I was thinking that minigames are gonna reduce the stress level, but I guess they're the source of the stress level. Yes, exactly, man. Exactly. He's gonna think weird things about his father. You know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna add item, something brutal. What do we have? We're gonna burn them. Let's add fireball rune. First thing first. Then let's add poison bow. There we go. Bunnies. It's time for you to die. Here we go. They have no chance now. But that's a good thing, that maybe you have to plan then if you're gonna take any weapons with you that have higher chances. Oh my god, this is harder than I expected. Come on, feel the fury for F's sake. I just want to burn one. And hopefully he doesn't die off. Okay. Last one, come on. We got him. 93%? Probably because they didn't disappear yet. This could be it. Okay, but the finish triggered, I think, at the right place, right? It's killing me. It's killing me, killing me, killing me. Yeah. Then why didn't it... Aha, I don't update the progress at the right place. I should be also updating the progress here after we do this. So that's one issue, because currently I'm only updating it on timer update, so every second. But we reach the win condition before the time goes down. So I think this kind of should fix it. Let's try it again. And one thing that we figured out is that poison bow works okay-ish. Now fireballs would also be good. Thanks, Logan. Thanks for staying, man. Have a great rest. Okay. If we have this here and we start, I'm gonna add maybe these things. Player add item, and then we add Ice Breath, I believe it's the rune name. And we can put it in here. You know what? We could try how Iron Axe actually behaves here. Yo! And the Shrapnel Shot rune. This one could come in handy in this case. Okay, I select it. I put it on 3. Bunnies. Challenge level 4. Okay, minimal penalty. Let's go. Valhalla. Oh, this is definitely a challenge for range things. I have no chance. This is just insane. Okay, okay, Shrapnel Shot kind of does a bit of a magic. Okay, those were 2, but I think the count was okay. Yeah, let's do it. But the first thing first, when we enable the timer, and the timer itself, so that's a challenge room. And the timer, what do we call it? Stat something. Timer. No. We start enabling stuff in the beginning. Start challenge. Start hunt challenge. And here we say, okay, set invisible blocks to that, that's okay. But we go to, I think it's intro, right? Intro for the hunt. I'm actually looking where I update this in the player HUD. I have a challenge UI, and the challenge UI has 2 things. Challenge time stat UI, that's the thing that I'm looking for. So let's see. This in the code base is only triggering here. But I think I make these things visible when. Challenge UI, no, that's okay. Hide stat UI comes in place here. Okay. I said it visible on this event, on challenge started, but it doesn't get updated yet correctly. And on challenge started gets triggered in the challenge level room here. I don't set the right time values here yet. This is just responsible for displaying it the first time. But that means that the first time 60 is default and 0 is default. 0 default is okay, but 60 should be 40 by default already. Now either I have to pass this here already, Probably. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it in the start state. So if we have start sequence challenge, that one is kind of okay, but start hunt challenge doesn't do anything yet. It changes the state to intro, but in the intro itself, we don't update the progress, but we should. So for example, if we have hunt, something like that, I have update progress. Let's put it in here as well. But it's gonna be a bit different. Do you think we only have to update now? We don't have the same variables, that's the bad thing. But we could get them out kind of here. Okay. Update progress. Let's get them. You know what? Simple thing. But what we do is we just say, okay, this is 0. And remaining time is challenge FSM, we challenge level room and hunt resource. And here we say time something, time to complete. And I think that the starting time should be okay right now. It should be updating. But guys, now I think that nature is starting to call me, but not for the small thingy, but for the big thingy. I just have to endure it through and then I have to run. Okay? Let me just see if the number goes up. I'm already toggling the short pause sign. Getting myself ready for the run. Come on, spin, spin, stop. Okay. Let's see the number up here. 30. That's good. Perfect. That was fixed. Now I wonder if I have to add S to it. 30 seconds and so on. I don't believe so. Okay, be right back, guys. Big nature calls. back. Sorry about the grunting. I drank some juice. Oh, time to slaughter them. Ghost bunnies. Challenge bunnies. Okay. I think we're done with the challenge. It's okay. Everything is alright. Now, we have to implement another one. We can call him completed. That's okay. Now, the next one that I want to implement is probably... You know what? I'm not sure if I have... where I actually detect the destruction of the grass itself. Grass brown, for example. If we take a look. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Simon, for reminding me. Here we go. Okay, health component. Health component. If I take a look at events controller, of course in the code itself, I don't think that I emit anything when the health component gets hit. Or I have like unit spawned, unit detected, unit lost. Node, what is that? Unit lost node. Okay, what about health? Player health change. Regarding the players only. Within the health component, do we have signal? We have a lot of signals here, like health increased, decreased, died. When do we emit died? No, that's a health system. We need a health component. This one. And here we have died and node 2D killer. Okay, this seems like a local event. We have to make it a global one. Emit signal. Yeah, let's do that. Health component destroyed. Where should I put it? Dialogue, not. Modals, no. If we go a bit further up, no, 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 no. This is regarding the player unit. Yeah. Let's kind of stuff it in here. Health component. Region. Health component. And region, and then we say that the signal that we're going to be emitting is health component destroyed, something like that. Component. Like this, and we're gonna pass in the health component itself. Owner, and owner I believe is node 2D, or just a node. Okay. And what else do I have to do? Can I emit a killer somewhere? Last attacker. Okay. Okay, we got this one here. I'm gonna copy it. And then we can say that we emit from global. I use capital case, of course. Sell it. Just a second, phone incoming, be right back. Back. So we emit this one now. Events controller. Signal name. And like that. And now let's see what we pass in here. We pass in this. Owner. And last attacker. But now, if we take a look at it, I have to somehow distinguish which is like grass destroyable or something like that. You know what, we should also make a magic grass. Because then what I can simply do is I can add a tag to it. And that could be quite easily catchable. So if I have grass brown, I could, for example, create grass, challenge grass or something. Let's keep the bunny for the reference, but in the destroyables, not this one. Maybe this one. Not the right one either. Decorations. If I take one and kind of put it here somewhere. I'm running out of space, but that's okay. And then if I take the same colors, let's copy and paste bunny. So creatures and destroyables are gonna be kind of colored the same way for the challenges. It kind of gives you a feeling that this is more or less a magical place. And for variety, that we're not gonna be looking at the same grass all the time, we're gonna create a couple more of them. I think this one is looking good. And the second one is gonna be this one. Third one. 3 of them are gonna be enough. Completely enough. There we go. that. Okay, these are decorations. Let's see, we have grass brown. Let's call it grass challenge. And 3. Well, now this is not being populated here. I guess I was editing the wrong file. Or Godot didn't import it? I saved it, I'm sure of it. No, then the wrong file was edited. Then which one is this one? It belongs to decorations.png. Oh, I have a capital case and lowercase now, that kinda sucks. Gonna have to get rid of one sooner or later. Let's put it up here to this patch of grass. Okay, now it's importing, that's okay. Challenge text. Oh, I mean challenge something. Grass challenge 1. Editing it and... Come on, can I do grid snap 16 by 16? Yeah. That's 1. 2. And 3. Okay. Now we have to create the scenes. If we try to find the grass one, here we have grass brown. Let's duplicate the first 3 ones or something like that. Actually, this is the first one. 3rd one and 4th one. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And of course, let's rename the scene if ever I'm gonna debug this thing. It's appropriate that I know which thing am I looking at actually. Okay, now the first one becomes challenge grass 1. And last but not least, 3. Okay. Now, if we have them already here, then we could say for health component, we could add some kind of a group. Where can I edit groups? Global groups. I know there's a possibility to add them somehow. I've added them in the previous. Group. Project, come on. Advanced settings are on. Not debug, this is not physics. Wonder what should this go. Ah, there's a plus sign here. We're gonna call it challenge entity. It's global and we've assigned it to it. Same goes for this one and the third one. Okay, now if we have this freshly created event here and we're already emitting some stuff, I'm just gonna copy its signature and yeah, we have to create new classes and everything because we don't have anything for lawnmower, right? We have only lawnmower challenge, but we need now different states. But okay, in the challenge itself, let's see if we have hunt challenge. Let's take a look at the enums that we're gonna represent here. So we're gonna have intro and then hunt. We're not gonna have hunt, we're gonna have what are we gonna call it? Action. The comments aren't needed here now anymore. But of course this has to be renamed. Okay. And it crashed. Of course it did. Okay, taking a look at the FSM. Then we have to have a base class for lawnmower challenge state. And 2 more classes. Okay. Now everything has to be inheriting from the correct class. So if we take a look at the state itself, why did I name it state FSM? It should be just state. Wrong. So we inherited from the challenge. Like this. And then we have some basic inits, similarly like in that one. We just have the typed thingy in here. Okay. Something's wrong. Challenge room, hunt challenge resource. I don't have that one yet. But if I take a look at this one, it's been created but not yet completely assigned, so we have to add a global class to it as well and make it inherit the resource. And if we go now to the challenge level room, up here now we need a new one. This one. Like this. Those projectiles is gonna be avoided for a bit. We're gonna have four challenges in the early access release. Because dodge projectiles, I think that's gonna take the most time. We gotta keep on moving. 4 challenges with various difficulties. It should be enough for the beginning. What do you say, guys? And we can still kind of make more stuff and add it. Okay. So if we go further, then I think this area should be gone. Lawnmower blueprints, we're gonna have to create them anyway. But now, okay, if we have this here specified, we have to go back to the states. So, if we're gonna take the intro state, hunt intro state, something like that, let's just kinda copy paste this thing in here. Of course we gotta do this here. Add the missing Declarations up here. Lawnmower. And here we have to say, fishy old fishy, hello! How's it going? Sup, my man? Lawnmower challenge, let's go to this. Is changing it to what? To hunt. We have to change it to action. Change status here? Huh. Something's off here. What's off? Why is this complaining about that? Does not contain the definition of change state. Say what? Well, it should have. Oh, no, bad declaration. Wait, what? Editing challenge FSM. That's a wrong file to be doing that. Okay. I think I have to go to the intro. Lawnmower challenge. Breaking my tongue again. Challenge state. Tool, and we're gonna add some global class thing in here. And we're gonna copy the thing again from the hunt intro state, this one. Now it's working well. Okay. Now the first time we run this is the intro state. I'm not sure if we're gonna populate the grass here. That's gonna be needed for cutting down. We'll see. But if it's an intro, we have to set it up somehow. You know what? This one is wrong. State type goes to action. So that's okay. Now, should I be instantiating all of these things that have to be cut down? Or should I have it pre-populated and then just remove the ones that I don't need? That's like a lot of nodes, which means that I could easily spread them out. Huh. And I don't do the heavy instantiations. That's one thing. But how heavy is one grass? It has no 2D. Why do I have no 2D in here? Why is no 2D in here? Okay. Okay, let's see. I have challenge grass. And for them I'm gonna just assign that no, they're not gonna generate any contexts for loot drops and so on. We're not gonna do anything here. Let's set it to 0. Same goes for this one. And like this. No, that's health. I was setting health. Hopefully not. Okay. And now, if we go to the challenge room, you know what, there's one thing that's bothering me. I have challenge level room and sequence challenge level room. And this one is actually the one that I don't need anymore. Like anywhere, I don't have dependencies on this. I mean, owners. Huh. Actually, I do. You know what? I'm gonna make this local. Can I do this? Wait a minute. What is instantiate the child scene? Clear inheritance. Okay, I'm gonna save before I mess with this thing, because I know that usually I kind of have bad luck with it. But let's write a short commit. Commit, edit challenge bunnies. Bunnies challenge completed. Adding lawnmower challenge. Let's go up. But I saw here that... Clear inheritance. I can do this. No undo. Okay, good. Now I'm gonna nuke this one. Dependencies of files to be deleted. Are you kidding me? I didn't save you. Maybe now it's not gonna complain about it. Okay, that's good. We saved it. And we can rename this one challenge level room. Because we don't have separate challenge level rooms. There's only one room that we modify however we want. So that's okay. Now if we go to the test level where I have this thing instantiated, it should still be working fine. Hopefully. Hopefully. But okay. Reload from disk. Okay, we got it. Now populating grass. If I do it on runtime, because I could tackle this in a couple of ways. Either I pre-populate everything, I place a grass on every single tile here, or for example I generate everything on the runtime, but I'm sure that that would cause a lag spike. At least for now, because I don't object pool the grass objects yet. Okay. I could also be randomly populating this within a certain radius. For example, if we measure this here, if we take a ruler, go up, we know that this is 14 units. And this is a bit more, 15. So that's like radius. I could say that spawn grass within radius of 12 units. And then depending on how many grasses we want to spawn. And for now we could keep it like naive, that I wouldn't check if there's already a grass at the same place. That's a possibility. We could do that. First the naive approach and then some other mumbo jumbo stuff. Let's see. But that's too little, I'd say. Okay, let's add one node 2D who's gonna act as parent. It's the same thing. I could just probably randomize the texture. Everything would be disabled by default. So making it visible wouldn't be that hard. Okay. Now we can simply duplicate these things. Doing everything the old school way now. Okay, these are last couple of ones here. What? I made a child. Oh, it's just like Zen mode. Placing these things down. And why I'm avoiding code actually is to prevent the lag spikes. Because if we have all of these things instantiated as much as we need, now either I could go object pooling way, that'd be a possibility, but still then I had to implement the resets and so on, something that I will consider a bit later probably. But make it work is the first thing that we have to do. We're gonna be spawning mushrooms one at a time. This one is okay, it's like 170 something parts of grass. We're gonna make shuffle and then percentage of how much it has to be cut. So we're gonna randomly disable some of the grass, enable them, so on. Okay. Let's make it accessible under the unique name. We go here now in the challenge room. There's a pairing thing somewhere around here. Sequence bumper traps, okay. Then we have public node 2D. Grass parent. What is this called? This thing is called... I don't have a script. That's okay. We're gonna call it Sprite 2D. Or actually, let's leave it as node. Now sprite 2D because we're gonna want to change the texture. Add some variety to it. Okay. Now where we have bumper trap parent, we go down here as well. Equals to get node 2D. Grass parent and grass is the same thing like here. And we just say sprite 2D. Okay. Then we could add a function that would be like shuffle grass or something. Shuffle grass texture. And here we just iterate over grass. Now either I have like weighted list where I prefer one certain type of texture, or I just leave it completely random. The music is too easy on me. Let's find something a bit more cheerful, not cheerful, but lively. Come on, are you gonna start? Some good old synthwave. But we can actually keep the sprite somewhere here. This is only related to the challenge. I'm gonna keep it in the challenges resource. Okay. The shuffling gonna happen in the beginning. Okay, we have area 2D for detection of the hits. That's okay, but I don't have it set anywhere as public, right? I have to keep the references now to the whole grass. Yeah. That's not nice. Because in the grass challenge, I don't have any script assigned here yet. Neither do I here. But okay, if we have green leaf explosion. We have to have blue one as well. Okay, the particles are okay, fixed, but we have to import them. $64, that's okay. Now, bitchy ass thing, if you ask me. Grass challenge itself. It's a sprite 2D, but it has different components. Now, I have to disable it somehow, but Godot doesn't have a simple toggle switch. Then I could disable this easily. So again, this iteration is being like really annoying. And probably this is the place that I'm gonna use utility. Public static void toggle physics. Recursively. And we're gonna be taking a node 2D. And I'm a lazy person for that, so I'm gonna delegate it to Mr. Chat. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go through all the children, and if they have the ability to have this disabled and enabled, let's see if it understands my broken English. Okay. So it gets all the children of the child, then it checks if it's a collision shape, collision polygon, or something else. And it goes further. Let's see if this is gonna work. Probably we're gonna implement it with one iteration only. Don't need everything else in the beginning. Let's just say private void init grass. Like this. And for the grass item itself, I say utility toggle physics on item. And false. Like that. Okay. And shuffle grass texture also starts here as well. Okay. Then for disable, or let's say set grass collisions. We do basically the same thing as here, but we pass in the state and remove that. Okay, so by default, we init grass. Not a single thing should flow if we swing in the empty area now. Well, to build the project. Of course. And in the resource, challenges. Let's make it explode first. So, chance of each grass being assigned is gonna be equal. I think this is gonna bring out the randomness, which is gonna be okay. But now if we hit play, you know what, baby steps, I'm gonna make the grass visible by default. So, challenge level room. Like that. One thing that should happen is that they should be all toggled on at the beginning, but we should see different textures. Nope. It is spawned. And we can't touch it, so that's okay. This disable thingy worked. Oh, and of course for testing we have to change the type of the room that we have here. Test level. Here we have now lawnmower. That's okay. But I'm looking for errors that we have. And we do have them, 203, we always have 202 in the beginning. What's with the third one? This is regarding the mock shots. And probably it's regarding the challenge bunny. Mock shot, it's being added. At least I think so. Come on, bunny, bunny, bunny. Necromancer, mini skeleton. Raptor, raptor, mini necromancer. Okay, that's weird. Well, not the right one. Okay, do I fail at calling something? It's a possibility. Because if I init grass, I try to get this here as well. Okay. Where do I set the grass collision? I don't. Aha. in the init itself. Okay, that's okay. I just want to see if this is being called at all. Okay, let's restart it through Visual Studio Code. It didn't even trigger. What the F? Okay, I'm gonna try to restart level. It should at least... It calls the init grass here, so the breakpoint got triggered here, but what happens here? Count is 0. How can count be 0? Oh man. Copy and pasting error. Okay. Great, 170 items now. The grass should be a bit different. Yep, there is some variety. Similar, but some variety. Now... It's too much evenly spaced out, if you ask me. And I don't like it. I mean, it's not gonna be a problem if we're gonna be removing half of it, like disabling it and hiding it. Huh. If we're gonna have some patches, like random. Okay. Guys, it's almost 12 o'clock. I'm gonna go cook and so on, and then I'm gonna work a bit more offline. So I'll be back again tomorrow in the morning at around 8 o'clock, half 9, something like that. So thanks for giving me company, and hope to see you next time.